Leadership Corvallis class. This is our last video. I wanted to give you the agenda for next Thursday. It's 7 a.m. right now. I just got back from working out, and it's not going to be much later than this that you're going to be heading towards Leadership Corvallis next week, because we're starting early. Breakfast starts at 7:30 at the Renaissance on the riverfront, using my iPad as my cheat sheet here. We're going to be in the space inside the Renaissance building between Loco Luna and Enoteca. It's the old Iovino's banquet room. It's a great space. That's where we're going to be the first half of the day. Again, wonderful breakfast prepared, 7:30. Be there so you can enjoy the breakfast, but also great networking time and conversation time between one another. This is the last day. Let's just make the most of it. I've intentionally created a very casual, very low-key agenda that I think is going to be really impactful, but not a ton of moving around, not a ton of agenda items, so it really gives us the flexibility to have a lot of conversation and interaction. 8:15 we start our first segment called The Age of Feedback. This is going to be sort of loosely built around a case study on a Yelp review that a local community person did and a business owner's response. And I think it's really instructive for us as leaders to start to really wrestle with, how do we deal with feedback and criticism, constructive and otherwise, as we move forward. Because with all the online things that are happening, it's making it very easy for people to provide that feedback. And I think we can there's a number of different responses we can have, and we're going to really get into that and discuss your views on that, and also have some experts and community people to really weigh in and provide their perspective as well. At 10 o'clock, we'll jump into the next segment. Of course, have a break in between. And we're going to do a case study on welovecorvallis.com. So if you haven't gone there, go check it out. The real larger topic is, how do we build community? Regardless of what your role is in the community, whether you're an executive director, you're a fundraiser for a nonprofit, you simply are an employee at HP or Samaritan Health, or whatever your thing is, we all have a community that we either lead or we're supportive of. And how do we have meaningful conversations? And more importantly, how do we have difficult conversations when people are in so many different groups? We Love Corvallis is an attempt to sort of break down a lot of the silos in Corvallis and have people from all different groups in Corvallis weighing in on really tough conversations, so that we can come to some good conclusions and do stuff and actually move forward as a community. So it may be a horrible idea. I helped create it. It may be a great idea. It may be, and it certainly is an idea that's early in its inception. And so this is going to be a chance for us to discuss ideas like We Love Corvallis, but more importantly, how as a community do we come together, leveraging some of these new online tools to do that. Then we go to Magenta for lunch. Okay, we have a vegetarian and a meat option. I think you guys are really going to love the food. If you haven't been to Magenta, it's going to be a real treat. We're going to have a social media tools orientation over lunch. It's going to be a working lunch. It's more or less optional. You can choose to participate or not. For those of you that are really interested in social media, maybe you're new to it, there's going to be some great orientation kind of best practices that we'll have a panel of experts that are going to help us, some tips and tricks, kind of a walkthrough of the different tools that are available. And for those of you that consider yourself more expert, you've spent a lot of time in social media, there's still going to be a lot to be learned to sort of enhance your online experience from these people that we're inviting in. At 1:20, we'll leave and we'll head over to Cloud 9, where we finish our last segment of the day. We're going to try to actually have you out at 3 or 3:15 to prepare for graduation. This last segment is going to be sort of co-facilitated by the Corvallis Social Media Brigade. Why is that? The Brigade is one case study, one example of a group of grassroots people, community people, that have said, hey, we're passionate about Corvallis. How can we use online tools to promote offline activity that benefits Corvallis and its businesses? And I think it's going to be a lot of fun having roundtable discussions with these people to really brainstorm with each other, what do we do next? It may mean some partnerships. Some of you are going to want to get together and actually do something with all of this new knowledge of Corvallis. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun in this last segment. It's going to be kicked off by Jason Prothero, who's going to do an Ignite pitch. If you've never seen an Ignite speech, it's a lot of fun. Jason's is titled Grassroots Stimulus Plan, and it's got a lot of humor in it, and it's got a lot of inspiration too for us as a small community of how can we benefit our community in a really tangible way. And that's it. So actually a lot of content in there, a lot of good discussion I think we're going to have. So long as you come ready to share, to give of yourself, to ask questions, to participate in the discussion, I think it's going to be a great time. So I'm pumped. I can't wait. I look forward to seeing you next Thursday. Call me if you have any questions, 541-990-8050, like dietary stuff. You need help on that, give me a call. Thanks a lot. Have a good day.